What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. We are 2 games away, 3 games, well, no, 2 games away from the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, not my team is not in it. They did lose this last week, but I am happy that they got as far as they did. In fact, they outplayed the 49ers. So, and of course, everybody on Twitter the next day, they kicked their ass.
No, they did
not.
Okay,
pal, if that's what you want to believe, you got lucky.
It was a 1-point fucking difference.
No, it was 3.
Well, even so.
But that's neither here nor there. Good luck to the 49ers, because
they're going to fucking need it.
Well, no. They're my pick to win. Not the Super Bowl, but they're my pick to win. Sunday, I don't think Detroit has enough defense to stop them. But other than that, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to let the guys talk. Now, I'm going to put a couple of things, I'm going to say a couple of things. I'm going to try to let you guys just have the floor. I talk too much as it is anyway.
We already knew that.
Shut the fuck up, Tim. You interrupt people. All right, so that being said,
that was easy.
With that being said,
Ooh.
I forgot I had these things. Where's my thing?
Right there.
I am going to commit great crime. I'm going to bust nut in water tower.
I was like, did I click on a link?
No. So I'm just gonna say this. You keep talking, Tim.
Yay!
All right. So let's start off with what we heard today. I would have put it down here. But
I just left it there for the welcome.
That's fine. If you would have told me that it was. But so apparently, and I'll let you guys talk about this because it was Tim that put it in here, right? Or was it you?
Nope, it was Tim.
I know Heather has something she wants to say about it. I only have a little bit to say about it. Just let me finish. The
Vegas game.
The Super Bowl, there is a rule. They put a rule out, the NFL did, that they cannot bet whatsoever. And before you even say anything, Tim, I already know that they can't go to any casinos. They can't do any gambling of any sort. They can't even bet. They can't even go in the locker room and say, I bet he forgot to bring his jockstrap. That is gambling. Just saying. So that being said, I'm going to let you guys talk about and what you think about. I want to get your thoughts on what you think about this.
So basically, it's okay to bet throughout the year in fantasy, but when it comes down to Super Bowl, you can't do it. And why the NFL having control of other human being actions? If I want to say,
go ahead.
I bet on a team. I bet that the Ravens going to the Super Bowl. That's my God-given right to say that.
Okay. Yes, for you, but a player, they can't bet. And here's the reason why. Because it all comes down to the whole point of if you bet on
What the hell?
you can't bet. You can't
Scared me.
Heather does what I do. You can't bet on your own team.
Mm-hmm. That's always been a standing
It's
rule.
always been a rule. Greg Horning? Paul Horning from the Green Bay Packers was kicked out of sports for gambling for a year. Pete Rose can't get into Hall of Fame because of gambling. So I'm okay with the no gambling thing. I personally think that fantasy football is ruining professional sports.
Yeah, they need to take away fantasy football. Okay. A player cannot bet on his own team. Okay. I'm pretty sure there's players.
They can't bet on another game either. They can't. They can't gamble. They're not allowed to gamble while in season. on their own sport.
Exactly. They're not allowed to gamble whatsoever on their own sport in season for years. And with the referees, they're supposed to be under the same scrutiny. Are they? That's
the referees.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. You know You know it's against the rules for them to do it. Come on.
And I said they're under the same scrutiny. They're under the same rules. That being said, the problem with the NFL with this rule is they don't want the players going in the casinos whatsoever. They're not.
But they will be in the Super Bowl, right? How are they going to be in the?
Go ahead. Let Tim finish. Just let him finish.
That's the way the rule is worked in this situation. Is they're not allowed in the casino whatsoever. Which is different from the normal rule where you're visiting Vegas, you can go in the casino. They don't even want to let there be the chance of impropriety with this.
It's already happened.
Yet, for years, the NFL had a rule where referees could not even go to Vegas during the season. That's how... But now, all of a sudden, we got a team in Vegas... We got to let that go.
Okay.
And it doesn't help the NFL's look because they have all the money from DraftKings, FanDuel, all that stuff too. That's all.
Okay.
I mean, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
If the NFL is issuing out this rule against the NFL players,
it's always been a rule.
Okay.
But go ahead. They just want to make it clear that they cannot gamble whatsoever. And go ahead though. But go ahead.
I could understand the pros and the cons about it, and the pros is basically, well, I don't know if you want to call this a pro or con or a neutral thing, is the fact that you are in a contract player, you're a contract worker, so under this contract, you got to abide by this rule, and you representing us, and you know, and if you go against that, like you said, Pete Rose is one of the people that went against it, and
well, he didn't go against it; he just got caught.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got caught. Like, what's his name?
Pete Rose gambled on his own team, which is a huge no-no. Which is why he got kicked out of. He can never.
When he was on Cincinnati?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah.
And he was a manager at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a major conflict of interest when players or managers do that.
So, and I'll let Heather give her thoughts, but I want to make very clear why I think this is okay. If I am a fan of this team, what should they be focused on doing?
Playing the game and winning.
Correct. I don't want them sitting in a fucking casino after fucking practice, spending money, wasting money,
getting drunk to the point of being hungover,
possibly getting drunk, possibly getting into trouble, because then guess what? I'm without that guy because he is doing these things. I want him focused on the game. If I'm a coach, I make it a rule. 9 o'clock curfew. And Mike Holmgren did this. I know this for a fact when they had the Super Bowl in New Orleans because it's legal to gamble there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He said you will be in your room. And right at this time, Mardi Gras was going on. Mardi Gras was happening during Super Bowl 31. And he said you will be in your room at 9 o'clock. If you are not, and I will check, and if you are not in your room, I don't give a fuck if you're Brett Favre or Reggie White, you will not fucking play. So there's that. And that's the way I would look at it.
That's the way all coaches should be with their teams, honestly. When it comes to areas like that, if you want your team to be focused, you want them at their best, not hungover or having to bail them out of a fucking jail cell because they were drunk and disorderly in public.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you? I don't know what else you had to add to this, but
No, I agree that the referees should be under this same rule.
They
Yes,
are.
they are, but
they don't gamble. That basketball happened in the NBA thing. NFL referees don't gamble, and anybody.
I think they do.
I don't think they do.
They gamble.
They cannot gamble at all
not
on any
officiating
sport.
properly.
They cannot gamble on.
You know how many calls they don't call?
Okay, so Rayshawn, I call bullshit on all of that. Now you're talking conspiracies. That is a conspiracy, man. That if that was the case, they would have been fired for blatantly missing that to win a bet. They would be under investigation. I have yet to hear of a referee being under investigation for possible betting in the NFL. It doesn't happen. Everybody that says that they're blowing calls because they're gambling is just conspiracy theory. Then what are conspiracy theories? There is some possible truths to that. If somebody blatantly misses a call, oh my God, the guy blew that call on purpose. Like that call again between the New Orleans Saints and the Rams in the NFC Championship game that year. He just missed the call. Move on from it. And everybody's saying that the referee cost him the game. I don't buy into that philosophy at all. I buy into the fact you move on from it. The Saints just never recovered from that call.
Yeah.
They as a team did not respond after that call. They were more worried about what happened at that point in the game than what happened afterwards. That's where the game is lost. It's your resiliency in your response to adversity. This is why fans are so fucking dumb sometimes. They just jump to conclusions that's why my team lost, and then I'll stick by that, just so it makes them feel good. It's not a reality. I hate to say it. I don't think it's not a reality.
If they can't call out their team's wrongdoing and their failures and their areas of opportunity, then they're not a real fan.
You should see some of the people that I talk to.
Talk, I'd say argue with.
Is that holding?
The amount of times I hear that in this fucking house.
Well, I do see things, and I see them from a coach's perspective. When they show that, how is that holding? So I don't find that a player breaking away and a guy still holding on to that block, he can't see what's going on behind him. He's focused on what's in front of him. That guy releases. If he just releases that guy, then what? They aren't getting anywhere because he's going to get called for holding.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that rule. I hate that. I think that is so dumb. I think that is a shitty rule. If he's engaged, then he needs to break away from it.
Legendary flavors, World Championship wings.
Woo! Woo, 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 woo! Okay. So, anything else you want to talk about with the betting?
Nah, I'm good.
Apparently we got another thing of betting going on here. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Keyshawn Butte of LSU.
Booty.
Keyshawn Booty.
He was arrested.
Yep,
for
I saw this.
8,900 bets, some of which on LSU while he was playing.
What?
So they may have to forfeit their game. This may cause them to have to forfeit.
Oh my God. He ruined his career before he even started.
He needs help. He needs to go to rehab, gambling rehab.
But this also gives you a prime example of why players shouldn't be have to be banned from betting. They have an insider knowledge of who had a bad night the night before, who's got a nagging injury that's not being reported about.
That's not good.
All
that's
this.
Not good for...
It, yeah.
Interesting.
The fact that it was that many bets while he was in school and while he was playing the fucking game.
That's grounds for dismissal.
Yeah.
From school.
Well, he's also been arrested for it because it was illegal online gambling.
Oh.
Yep. He like did $100,000 worth of bets, and he made $500,000, something like that. In I don't know. It was like almost $1 million worth of bets once you total everything out.
Yeah. I didn't know about this until just now. When did that happen?
It came out today.
Yeah, story broke
I
literally like an hour after Tim shared that.
I've been trying to fix my work. I was trying to fix my work computer today, so I couldn't really do anything. So you guys know, that's why I said it's all about you guys. My thoughts again. This ties into the no betting rules.
Yeah.
It should be a thing, and I'm all for it. I don't personally think that Las Vegas is a really good place for a professional sports team in the first place. I don't know why they all of a sudden... There was a reason why they didn't do it. These guys may be grown-ass men, but they don't know how to fucking act.
Right.
Because they're still maturing. A lot of them. Because they're still only
some of these
in their early 20s.
Some of these fucking kids, guys, I call them kids because they're all younger than me. Some of these kids are 40 years old and still act immature.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying I'm the most mature person in the world. I still play video games, but I don't go around...
doesn't make you immature.
No, but I'm just saying, and I said it doesn't make me immature, but I'm just saying you can't, just because of what you do for a living, doesn't make you any better than anybody else.
Agreed.
And a lot of these athletes seem to think that they are way better and know more than everybody else. Like Richard Sherman talking about Jordan Love and how he will never scare an opponent that he plays. I don't want him to scare opponents. That makes no fucking sense to me. And anybody that was afraid of Aaron Rodgers is just a fucking chicken shit fucking defensive player in the first place.
Yeah.
Because... I mean, yes, Aaron Rodgers is great, but he can be defended. You have to scheme to defend him and listen to your fucking coach, which I'm going to get into here in a little bit with the Packers and what they just did. And now I'm hearing, well, they need to get this guy. No, they don't need to get that guy. You want to come over here? No, they don't need to get that guy, but I'll get into it. So, again, these players need to act more mature than what they do. And betting is a problem.
It is.
And again, fantasy football, fantasy sports. I get that it's fun. You can be a GM of a team, but it ruins the game. The way I would do it is I would pick a team and run with that team. I would not ever. I hate picking another team, if that makes sense. I hate picking guys off of another team.
Yeah.
Especially if they're playing against my team. I don't like it. Because it ruins the sport. It ruins the sport to me.
And not only that.
And the thing is you have Madden. Just do that.
Exactly. Just play Madden.
Just do that. You don't need to fucking... You can do GM shit on fucking Madden, which I fucking love. That's why I play Madden, because I love the GM aspect of it.
Yep.
But it's not even just that. I mean, because of all this fantasy football shit that's been coming out, and DraftKings and FanDuel and all of that, the statistics for players are geared only for that. So they're skewed. They're not actual statistics that actually fucking matter.
Well, and Aaron, I do want to say this. The point of fantasy football is for people like you and me to actually be GMs or owners of a team. Because we can't afford $1 billion to run a football team. So we can do the Tony Khan thing, so to speak, where we have a football team and we have players on said team. That's the point of fantasy football. But if I have Brock Purdy on my team and he's playing the Packers, I want Brock Purdy to fucking throw 8 fucking interceptions and throw for negative 50 yards. Why? Because I don't want him to beat Green Bay. Do you see why? And yes, it's fun, but it takes the fun out of the game watching it, because now I'm more focused, and a lot of people are more focused on, and I get it for those people that aren't fans of a certain team or any team. Mm-hmm. They just watch football to watch football. That's fine. If that's what you are, then fantasy football is for you. But if you're a fan of one certain team, I'm not going to pick a team that's going to be playing my team because I want him to suck for that day. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why I hate fantasy sports. I hate fantasy sports for that reason and that reason alone. If I do fantasy sports, if we ever do fantasy football again, it's just going to be us picking a team, maybe 2 teams that aren't playing against my team, if that makes sense. That's how I look at it. Mm-hmm. That's the only way I'll ever do fantasy football again, because it just takes the fun out of watching the game and my favorite team personally. So, Jim Harbaugh, there was another hiring today. There's 2 job openings, and 2 prominent coaches have not been hired yet. One is Dan Quinn, and the other is Bill Belichick. Again, what did I say about Bill Belichick? The only reason he hasn't gotten a job is because nobody wants to give up the GM spot. He wants full control of how he runs his team, and nobody's going to give that to him. That is just the way it is. And anybody that I get it, he's a great coach, but as a GM, he has been terrible over the last 3 years.
That's been his biggest weakness, is his lack of...
He's too controlling. Why do you think Tom Brady wanted out of New England?
Well, there was people said he wanted to get paid, but I get what you're saying. Yeah,
he wanted to get paid. He took a pay cut to go to Tampa Bay. What do you mean he wanted to get paid? He took a pay cut.
Oh, yeah. But no, part of it also was Belichick wanted to be in control of everything. It got more prominent as it got more. My brain's frozen. But yeah, he wants control over everything, and he wants the what's it called? Belichick wants to be GM also, and at his age, it's maybe 3 years of him as a coach.
I already said it. He wants to have control of who he puts on his team. He doesn't want a GM telling him who he can and cannot have. That's what he wants, and I don't see anybody giving that up anymore. Not to a coach. Not to a guy that's 70, what is he, 72, 73 years old?
72.
Come on, man. It's time for him to retire. If he does get one, Dallas may when Jerry Jones retires.
Which he'll probably die before he does that, so.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones owns the team. He knows football. That's why he's the GM. I look at it as Jerry Jones owns the team. Yes, he is way too controlling, but it is his team. He owns it. So it's a little bit of a different dynamic than it is with Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is a coach. He doesn't own the team, Robert Kraft does, but he wants control of who he puts on the field
and his coaching
staff.
Yep.
That should
Most
be well. The
coaches
coaching
get to pick the
staff
coaching
is
staff.
the head coach's responsibility.
Yeah, most head coaches get to pick their coaching staff anyway. So,
Well, some coaches out there don't know what the fuck they're doing.
oh, I agree with that too. I'm just saying most of them get to
Putting Matt Patricia as a fucking play caller. This is why Bill Belichick needed to be fired anyway, or taken. He gave offensive play calling duties to a guy that can't even fucking coach a defense.
Yep.
Come on, man. And he's a defensive coach.
That.
It is what it is. Matt Patricia, when Matt Patricia was hired by Detroit, I said this is one of the worst hires. This put Detroit back another 4 years.
Yep.
And it took them until this year to get the guy, until a couple years ago, to get the guy that they actually needed.
Yeah.
And look at where they are now. So that's all I'll say about that.
Yeah.
Anything? But Jim Harbaugh, what do you think of the hiring?
I think it'll help Justin Herbert out.
So the question has been posed on media all day. How soon do you think he'll be in a Super Bowl?
Probably his second year.
In the AFC West, you got to go through Kansas City still.
You actually have a coach that knows how to fucking coach?
Yeah.
Now, this guy, he took a San Francisco 49ers team that was god-awful terrible. He took a quarterback that couldn't even fucking play quarterback and got to a Super Bowl with him.
Yeah.
So tell me how long it'll take him with Justin Herbert to get to a Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck if Patrick Mahomes is in the AFC West. Andy Reid, Jim Harbaugh, mark my words, Jim Harbaugh will be the reason Andy Reid gets fired from Kansas City.
I give it 3 to 4 years.
I think it's going to be maybe 2 years. Don't be surprised if they don't win the AFC West next year.
I was going to say, he still has to go up against his big brother.
They have the pieces.
Yeah.
Isn't Harbaugh Ravens coach?
That's his brother. That's his baby brother.
Yeah.
Well, no, Jim Harbaugh's older, John.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah, I think he's older, yeah.
Well, yeah, so then I'm still right, because he said Ravens coach.
So, yes, John Harbaugh is...
So, John...
The funny thing is a guy that's actually a sports director of a television channel said, how soon do you think we'll see a Harbaugh Super Bowl? They're in the same fucking conference, you fucking nimwit. unless they're moving one of the two teams to the fucking NFC, it ain't happening. You might see him in the AFC. I even tweeted to him. I said, you may see him in the AFC Championship.
I was going to say, you'll see a championship game
you ain't
with the two of them.
You ain't going to see him in the Super Bowl. If anything, when will we see that again? When John Harbaugh leaves and goes to the team in the NFC.
Yeah.
Wait, so Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He took the head coaching job
in the Chargers.
In Los Angeles with the Chargers.
Oh, well, it was a head coach, you said?
Yes.
Yep.
Damn it, man.
Why? Why are you devastated by this?
Because I'm losing faith in Sirianni.
Sirianni isn't going anywhere.
I know he's not.
I do know that they fired both of their coordinators, which...
Yes, they did. They signed one of Vic something.
So the reason...
Cowboys? I mean, Dolphins.
I don't know.
Somebody from the Dolphins. The DC from Dolphins.
I have over there?
Puffcorn, you mean?
Yeah, Aaron.
There you go.
I was about to say that too. We did the Harbaugh Super Bowl back in 2012.
Somebody tweeted that to him. Do you want to shut the door, Wendy? Somebody tweeted that to him. It's already happened, dumbass.
That works too. Yeah, back in 2012.
Thank you.
That one where
we know it happened. I don't hey, Trek. I don't need dates.
No, but I have been in alignment with him. It's going to take at least a couple years to this way everybody can mesh together and become a well-oiled machine. That does not happen overnight. That's going to take practicing with the team, getting to know the team, getting to know the team's strengths, getting to know the team's weaknesses, and working together.
Filling that last couple of roster spots to put you over the edge.
I think he can. I think he could do it. It's going to be 2 years. I think he has. I don't think John Harbaugh is going to be head coaching much longer. Not saying that he will get fired.
No, he's reaching retirement age.
He's done it all already. I think he just wants one more, and he's probably going to call her a day. And don't be surprised if Jim Harbaugh leaves and says, I'll take that job. Could you imagine Jim Harbaugh coaching Baltimore? I think the AFC would be completely... I don't like the guy, but he is a hell of a coach.
Mm-hmm.
And if Green Bay fired Matt LaFleur, I would hire that guy in a fucking heartbeat.
And then we would get our fucking Harbaugh Super Bowl.
And then you get your Harbaugh Super Bowl. Matt LaFleur is not getting fired. After the job that he did this year, he's not going in.
Not for a long time.
But Raheem Morris got a job. He got hired today. Who hired? Who did he get hired by? Villanova.
Atlanta.
That's the job where Belichick had gone to 2 interviews, and they're like, yeah, you know what?
Fuck you and your controlling nature.
And then the offensive coordinator from Tampa Bay is the new head coach, or will be the new head coach in Carolina. I don't know if that's a good hire, because I don't know if he can change Bryce Young.
I don't think so either.
We shall see. If anything, I think the offensive coordinator in Houston should be getting that coaching job. After the job that he did with C.J. Stroud, I'd be hiring that motherfucker in a heartbeat.
Do you understand that?
Huh?
No, I was talking to my woman.
Oh. Other than that, there's 2 job openings, and Dan Quinn and Bill Belichick are still out there. I don't think Bill Belichick's going to be coaching next year. In fact, I don't think he's going to be I think he's done.
Yeah, he's done.
Him and Pete Carroll should both just
retire. Oh, yeah,
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll's still out there, too. Seattle's still looking for a coach. And who's the other team? Seattle and... They said it today, and I can't remember.
It's not the Raiders, because they got theirs the other day.
Who did they hire?
I can't remember.
I haven't heard of any hiring.
They didn't hire Antonio Pierce?
I think they did.
They might have. I just haven't heard of it.
Just type in head coach. Yeah, they did. Okay, I was gonna say I didn't hear this one. What did I say? Why even not give him the job? He's already there in that position. Just keep him there. Why? Just take the interim label off. You don't have to do an interview. Mm-hmm. You have your guy.
And he's
what are you
done
doing?
His test.
So I don't. But I know why they did it, and it's that stupid Rooney Rule, which I think is the dumbest fucking rule ever.
Agreed.
Even though the guy that they hired is what the Rooney Rule is based on, but they still had to do it again. They still had to do it because they had to interview him. His interview was fucking the Rooney Rule. The Rooney Rule needs to go.
Yep, it's a stupid-ass rule.
Falcons got a new coach, too?
Yeah, Raheem Morris.
Yeah,
just said that.
Sorry.
Nope,
that's why
you're good.
I'm doing too many things at once.
You're fine.
You're good. Anything else? I know that how you feel about Philadelphia, but Sirianni isn't going anywhere. If they don't improve this year, then he will be gone.
Yeah, I don't dislike the guy. But
I do.
It's just
I think he is a douchebag.
It's like something is off, man.
Something is off. The guy is the douchebag.
Bears.
He just keeps.
Oh, the
selling
Bears. Yeah, the
himself.
Bears. No, the Bears have a head coach. They kept Eberflus, which again, I don't think coaching is a problem in Chicago. There's people are still wanting them to draft another quarterback, which is
Yeah, I've seen that. Like, why?
It's so
Commanders.
dumb. It is so dumb. Who?
Commanders.
Oh yeah, Washington. Washington's still looking for a coach.
Patriots now too.
No, they hired Jared Mayo.
No, they hired Gerard.
Which I personally think that guy should never have been hired, based on what he said. What he said was pretty fucking shitty to say.
Yeah.
He made it, he pretty much shit on Robert Kraft, is what he did. It took this long for you to hire a black coach as a head coach. You're a shitty person.
Look at how many people still shit on Jerry Jones on the fact that it took him that long to get a black NFL player on his team.
He's had plenty of black NFL players. You mean a black quarterback?
Well, that too, but...
Well, it's because they never were in a position to draft a quarterback that high. And the guy that was that high about that time was Robert Griffin III, and you seen how he panned out.
Have the Saints found their coach yet?
The Saints, they didn't fire him.
Are you sure? Because this was written January 9th. This article.
Scroll down. Scroll back up. You're going too fast. Right there.
These are most likely candidates. That's not who was actually hired.
So Dennis Allen is a defensive expert, but his skills haven't translated into overall success. Given the need of a head coach with an offensive background, emerges as a suitable choice. Callahan. These are fantasy fucking wishes, because New Orleans doesn't. You go look it up right now, and I guarantee it. New Orleans head coach is Dennis Allen. These are who's writing this article?
Someone on drugs?
Yeah, this guy's a fucking idiot. The guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's which NFL teams are looking for a new head coach, and who are the main candidates? New Orleans is not looking for a new head coach. Look it up. I guarantee it. The Saints have one, and it's Dennis Allen.
Yeah, it would. When was the article written?
January 9th of this year.
Well, he might have been basing it. I'm not trying to defend the guy writing the article, but he might have been basing it on how the team finished out, and
he's basing it off what he thought needed to happen. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
He's a fantasy, wishful thinking guy. That's all. So I'm gonna let Heather in this next topic here. What are we talking about?
We're getting into the games now.
Oh, I told everybody it was gonna happen this game.
No, we all knew it was only a matter of time on Houston.
I don't like what he did in the touchdown here. He didn't need to do that.
I will say, I knew that when they were tied for so long, and they went into the half, and I saw Lamar Jackson going into the locker room. You were about to interrupt me.
No, I was just I'm just listening. You're fine. She just wanted to hit me. Go ahead. I wasn't going to say anything. Go ahead.
When that look on his face when they were going into the halftime, I knew he was pissed off, and I knew they were going to come back angry. And that's exactly what they fucking did.
Don't you think a lot of it was coaching adjustments, though?
It could have been too, yeah. But
what do you mean could have been? I think that's what it was, and it's Lamar Jackson buying into those adjustments. And yes, I understand what you're saying, but I think it was more the coach making the adjustment, because Lamar couldn't do anything. They were struggling to move the ball, and I think they finally said, "Okay, Lamar, we're gonna give you the keys to the car," and they look what happened.
Yeah, and like I said, he went into that locker room pissed off. He got the rest of the team pissed off. They all came out, and destroyed.
They beat the shit out of
They destroyed Texas. Now, all respects in the world paid to C.J. Stroud and that Texan team because they did a pretty damn good job for a rookie quarterback and a new rebuild.
That should have never been there.
Exactly. So all the respects paid to that young man, and yeah. He even responded out to somebody with just because his alternate personality has a name, and that alternate angry personality's name is Johnny.
I don't know if I want a guy. I don't know if I want a guy quarterbacking my team that has an alternate.
Well, it's
alternate personality. That kind of scares me. Johnny's gonna kill you. No, Johnny's gone. I'm releasing you.
No, it was more of that scene from The Shining. Here's Johnny.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
But yeah, the Texans woke up a monster going into the half with this game, and I don't know if there's any turning back.
Well, I'm gonna break your heart. I'm gonna break your heart.
Break your
Is
heart.
the next game. I don't know, man.
Yes, they're playing the Chiefs, but they're at home.
I understand that, but the Bills were at home too.
Yeah.
What am I looking at?
You're looking at the Chiefs.
Oh.
I don't know, man. The Bills are a better football team than the Chiefs. And, I mean, I will say this. The Ravens have a better defense, but the Chiefs have a pretty good defense as well.
And they've played each other a lot.
They don't give up yards late in games. The Ravens thrive on capitalizing late in games. I don't know.
The Ravens have beaten the Chiefs before.
Yes, but not in games like this. Not in these games. The Chiefs have been here. The Ravens have not. That scares me.
Focus.
I'm scared of this game for Ravens fans. I really am. I don't know. I don't know if the Ravens can beat the Chiefs. Based on what I saw, I don't know, man. When it comes crunch time, the Chiefs just get the job done.
Yeah, just like Baltimore. I'm going with the Baltimore.
Baltimore has never been here, though.
This iteration of Baltimore has never been here, yes.
That's
Will
fine.
Lamar Jackson cave like he did against the Titans in his first playoff game?
First playoff game.
Yes. And he's caved every other time, too, in big game situations. That's the problem that I have. I love Lamar Jackson. I love him. I didn't like him when he first came out of college because I didn't think he could do what he was able to do.
Yeah.
Because of the way he threw the ball and the style of ball that he played. He was more run first. But he went to the right team. And they put him in a system where they're gradually building him up to actually take. He's like that kid in driver's ed. They're graduating him to his driver's license.
Oh, okay.
Is he there? Patrick Mahomes has never not been to the AFC title game. He's been there every single year he's been in the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't know. Will experience win out here? That's my fear. That's my fear. I'm pulling for the Ravens. I'm pulling for them. I'm pulling for them hard. I just don't know if they're going to be able to beat the Chiefs. I hope the fuck I'm wrong. I hope the Ravens come out and just beat the shit right out of them. I just don't think that's happening.
I want to see Taylor Swift pouting the whole
I
fucking
don't
game.
think that is happening. It's going to be it's probably going to be like 20-17.
I think it's going to be
whoever has the ball last is winning. So you better hope it's the Ravens. That's all I'm saying. And you better hope it's on a kneel down, because the pit of my stomach doesn't feel good about this game. Right now, I'm starting to hate the Chiefs, but I don't hate the Chiefs because I have family that lives down there. And the Chiefs are a good football team. They've been waiting for years to actually have a team that's worth having. Now they have one. Now they're just becoming the fucking Patriots.
Yeah, cheat codes.
I'm not going to that. But they're becoming the enemy of the league. Like, no one likes.
I get it. But we'll see. I hope I'm wrong.
I hope you're wrong too, man.
Me too. I'm just telling you what I see. What I watched Sunday.
I feel you.
What I watched Sunday was a team that never wavered, never lost confidence that they weren't going to win that game. We'll see. We shall see.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills even took it. I think the Bills had a 10-point lead at one point, and it's like they were never out of it. It sucked because I thought for sure that we were getting a Ravens-Bills AFC title game, but nope. I don't think that's what we're getting.
Well, we already know that's not what we're getting.
I'm just tired of this Kansas City shit, man.
I mean, I get it. I'm just sick and tired of hearing Patrick Mahomes and Taylor Swift. Now, I don't care. I don't pay attention to the Taylor Swift stuff. I don't pay attention to it.
It's kind of hard not to when it's during
it's
the game.
There. They really only showed her like once.
No, they showed Jason more than they showed her,
did.
which I will take that over her any fucking day. This man's fucking glorious.
The one problem that I have with it is they said, well, he's in Taylor Swift's box. No, he's probably in Travis Kelce's box.
Yeah, it's Travis Kelce's box.
Anyway, go ahead.
And actually, we've been mispronouncing his last name. It's Kells.
It's Kelce.
His own father fucking said the last name is Kells.
Whatever. I'm going to stick with what I know. Because I'm never going to change.
Yeah.
It's just like fucking Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Bryan. I'm just going to call him fucking Daniel Bryan because it's fucking easier.
That's fine.
Okay. I don't give a fuck what his last name is. I mean, they keep calling it Kelce, so I'm not... And his mother fucking is doing them fucking chunky soup commercials, and she says Kelce, so I don't know. Just saying. So moving on, we have what I thought was going to be an ass whooping.
Yeah.
The
turned out to be wrong.
The Lions beat... No, it was. Technically, it was. I think it was. They were up 31-17 at one point. This is why the 49ers are going to beat the Lions, because they gave up 350 yards, and it wasn't in scrub time. It's when they actually needed to play defense.
Wait, they're allowed to play defense in the NFL?
Don't get me fucking started. Don't.
Oh, well then.
But I didn't get to watch this game.
I didn't watch much of it.
What did I do? Where did I go?
Canada.
Shut the fuck up. No, I went somewhere.
I think you went up to the store with Wendy.
Yeah, but because I did something else. I didn't even watch this game.
We were cleaning, weren't we?
Yeah. I mean, little bits and pieces of it, but I didn't watch this game because I fucking hate Tampa Bay and I don't care. I was footballed out after Saturday, so there's that. This is why I hate having a. This is why I hate football season sometimes, because my favorite team. It just takes too much out of me, and I just footballed out. I should go back to the way I was, where I just go back to the red zone. That's why I like the red zone, because I can look at finals, and I can see highlights, and I'm good, and I don't have to watch games and whatnot. It is what it is.
This house would be happy if all you watched was red zone.
So these fuckers celebrating right here should be thanking God that Green Bay decided to let San Francisco score. San Francisco, I don't know why they just quit playing defense at the end. It was so weird to me. San Francisco should thank their lucky stars they're even in this game, because the way this game was going, it was not... Their defense was exploited by a
rookie team, essentially.
A very young offensive football team. The future is very bright in Green Bay, and all the Packer fans being upset that they lost, and it's like, what did you expect?
Wow.
What did you expect? I didn't expect Green Bay to be here. I kept telling people, just sit back and enjoy the game for what it is.
Yeah, I didn't lose anything. If anything, it's a win to even get
it. It is, absolutely.
Is.
Just like for the Texans, that was a win.
So I didn't really get mad at anything. You know when I get fucking mad, Heather. Stop with the fucking faces. I didn't get that fucking bad. When if you sit down and watch a game with me, you will understand that I'm not mad half the time. I'm mad at what's going on the field. I'm not mad that they're fucking up, if that makes sense. I'm not mad. It's the coach in me. It's the coach in me. Do I not move on from the fucking game after it's fucking over?
Sometimes.
When's the last time you seen me be irately fucking pissed off 45 minutes after a fucking game? Thank you. Not anymore.
You broke the light in the dent.
That was at the beginning of the fucking year. Let it go. Jesus fucking Christ, man. That was like fucking week 3 when that fucking happened.
You asked me when the last time it was.
Yeah, week 3.
I gave you an answer.
Week 3. When? Recently. I'm talking like in the past couple of weeks. Have I lost my shit 45 minutes after a game?
No, but you kept talking about it.
Yeah, but I wasn't mad about it. There's a huge difference. Jesus Christ.
Basically, what JP is trying to say is that he changed.
I'm trying.
He is evolving as a human being.
So coaching me. I'm gonna say, why did you run that coverage and not this coverage? Why didn't you throw it here instead of here? That's what I do. I was pacing back and forth all day, all night watching the game. I'm like, okay, here's what you need to do. Half the time they did exactly what I said they were gonna fucking do. The one time that they fucking didn't listen to me.
All the way in Detroit listened to you.
Detroit didn't listen to me because I didn't even fucking watch the game.
Oh. All the way in San Francisco.
Why would I want to coach San Francisco?
No, the game was being played all the way in San Francisco. That was the only time they didn't listen to you.
Huh?
Never mind.
The game was all the way in San Francisco. The game is all the way in Green Bay. They can't hear me there either. So, neither here nor there. My point is, they have nothing to hang their heads about. And if you're a Packer fan and you're pissed off because you lost, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. There's always next year. And if they suck next year, there's always the year after that. It's football, everybody. The problem with a lot of Packer fans and a lot of fucking football fans in general is if their team sucks, they get mad about it. Well, there's a reason why your team sucked. They just weren't as good as the other team. Baseball, to me, there shouldn't be that much disparity between players. Because everybody can throw a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Everybody can hit a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Right? Football is a little bit more different. You need to use your fucking head a lot more than you fucking do baseball. Which is why you see fucking football players getting paid as much as they... Personally, I think football players need to be paid more than baseball players. They need to be paid more than fucking what fucking Shohei Ohtani gets fucking paid for sure. The game's more physical. They have to use their head a little bit more. I mean, Jesus Christ, Shohei Ohtani only needs to... Okay, I'm going to throw this pitch on this down. You know, just shut the fuck up. Anybody... I play baseball. I can tell you right now, baseball isn't that fucking hard. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I used to play.
See the ball, hit the ball. If you ever seen the term in Bull Durham, with that scene where he comes in with the baseball bat, he asks, I don't know what to do with these guys, and just scare them. So he takes a bunch of bats, throws it in the shower. You lollygag around the field. You see, this game isn't that hard. You see the ball, you hit the ball. You throw the ball, you catch the ball. Baseball isn't that hard. The hardest part about baseball is what the manager has to do. The hardest thing about football is he has 11 guys, the quarterback has 11 guys coming at him from fucking everywhere and fucking people flashing in front of him, and he's got to make a decision in less than 2 fucking seconds. In baseball, you already know, hey, I've got a split fucking second to make a decision to swing this bat or not. Right? That's where the difference is. In football, you have to think about, oh my God, is there a guy coming? And I need to get rid of the ball because I have a window to throw into. That's way more than baseball. I'm sorry. Anybody that wants to argue with me about that can go talk to a wall because you're going to lose that fucking argument. Basketball isn't even that hard. But I want to talk about the firing of Joe Barry. Number one, he didn't get fired. They just didn't renew his contract. Most coordinators, offensive or defensive or special teams, are on 1-year contracts. Why did it take him so long to get rid of him? I don't think Matt LaFleur really wanted to get rid of him. He was persuaded to by the GM because there's people out there that might be worthy of the job that Gutekunst. The problem with Green Bay isn't that scheme. I'm so sick of this. Well, they put a linebacker on a receiver. I see it all the time. Green Bay isn't the only fucking team in the NFL that puts a linebacker. Fred Warner was defending Jaden Reed on fucking Saturday night, and he didn't have a problem. You want to know why he didn't have a problem? Because he had safety or corner help. It's the coverage that he's put into. If you're going to put a fucking 6'5", 265-pound linebacker on a fucking receiver that can run a 4.2 and just leave him alone, that coach needs to be fired on the spot, which is why I don't think is the case. I think what they were supposed to do, and I seen a play, somebody tried justifying this to me. Nope. I can honestly tell you that this coverage, and I could show it to you, and I'll show it to you guys, and we can talk about it afterwards. That coverage was on Jair Alexander. Instead of taking the flat, he decided to keep going with the receiver running downfield, probably because he didn't have safety help, because they had fucking... I don't know what coverage they were fucking running. But if you have a linebacker on a fucking wide receiver, you do not put him on a fucking island where he has one-on-one coverage on that guy. You give him help. And anybody that can't fucking see that, is a fucking idiot. And I could see it from that. Jair Alexander did the wrong thing. He was supposed to stay in his zone and come down and help fucking Preston Smith. And it was a zone. It wasn't fucking man-to-man. Preston was just there to put a body on him to make sure that he didn't go and run a vertical. That's it. I guarantee you, if that was what that receiver was going to do, Preston Smith probably would have fucking picked him up and tackled him and taken the 5-yard fucking penalty. That's what I would have fucking done. That's what I would tell my linebacker. I'll take that 5-yard penalty from here on out. I will talk to that fucking safety, or I will talk to that corner. I will help you on that flat route. You will have help deep. Do not worry about it. That's Green Bay's problem. They don't have help deep. It has nothing to do with a linebacker on a fucking receiver. Because any fucking common sense motherfucking human being knows that you don't put a fucking 6'5", 265-pound linebacker on a fucking guy that can run a 4.3 40. Unless he can run a 4.2 40. Which not very many guys that big can. There are a few, but they're very few.
No, those are so few and far between, it's not even funny.
There's a huge difference. And he may be able to run a 4.2 40, but he doesn't have the shuttle speed to turn on a hip that quick. He's got to turn 265 pounds. That receiver who's maybe 200 is running straight. He knows where he's going. You're putting that linebacker at risk. Don't do that shit. And I don't think Joe Barry was doing that. That being said, everybody wanting... what I want is a disciplinarian to be a defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. Not a player's coach. Like they want Jim Leonard or Al Harris. They aren't going to fucking change anything if you do that. Nothing will change. Them players will be like, he's just going to let me do what I want. Do you think Green Bay really needs that right now with the youth that they have? No. They need somebody that's going to, you need to be in this position at this particular time. This is how we're doing this. You don't want to do it. You can sit right on the fucking bench. That's what I would do. I would scheme it. And I would never, ever put a linebacker one-on-one with a receiver. Ever. I would honestly, I would give up the deep route, drop off and play deep man, and put a safety down on him. Or put that fucking linebacker right up in his fucking face, and when he comes off the line of scrimmage, hit him. Because then he just knocked him off his route. What's he going to do? Now the quarterback is fucked because now one of his guys is out of the fucking play. That's all I'm saying. That's what I would do. There's ways to do it. Players are out of position. That's the problem. It wasn't the fucking defensive coordinator. It's communication. That's what killed Green Bay this year on defense. Not putting a linebacker on a fucking wide receiver. That had nothing to do with it. So that's our NFL recap for the week. So it will be the AFC and NFC championship games will start in Detroit. Or start in San Francisco versus Detroit. Game is in Palo Alto or Santa Clara. Who do you got, Tim?
Much as I would love for Detroit to win, I think San Francisco is going to win this game.
I think it's going to be... I don't even think it's going to be close. It'll be close in the first half, and then it'll turn into Baltimore-Houston. Detroit has had a good run. Dan Campbell, he'll have them good for a little while, and then it'll be just too much San Francisco.
I guess that's just going to be that person.
I think it's going to be like we heard. So
the scene just would be...
Yeah.
Yes, we heard. The dryer went off.
Close the door.
Mo puked this morning, so we had to change out our sheets.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know that. I don't know why you said
He always say, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. Every time I say something, yep, you did. I think it's gonna be like 41-20, somewhere in there. It's not gonna be close in the second half.
I'm going with Detroit in this one.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay. Heather?
I hate doing it because I fucking hate how much dick sucking Brock Purdy is getting from the fucking pundits and panelists.
He won't be the reason they win this game.
I know he won't be, but you know what? They're still going to be sitting there going gut on
yeah,
him. So.
yeah, she's right about that.
Well, they've been doing the same thing with Jared Goff.
He is another one, but I'm gonna have to go with the 49ers.
But y'all rather Detroit over San Francisco anyway, so.
I understand. So the consensus says San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
You can still pick your Detroit. You can gloat if you're right, but
yes,
I don't see it. KC at Baltimore.
I'm sticking with my fucking Ravens. I don't fucking care.
I hear you.
I hear you too. I'm sticking with them too.
I'm going to be rooting for them.
I'm going Baltimore as well.
Well, I'm going with Kansas City. My heart says Baltimore. My other brain says Baltimore. But my actual brain says Kansas City. I hate saying it. Now, the only reason I'm saying that because every team that I have picked so far in the playoffs has lost, except for Green Bay. No, I don't think I've picked right at all, except for Baltimore. Baltimore is the only team that I've picked so far.
Wait, you had picked the Rams over Detroit in the wild card?
I think I did. Yeah, I did.
Oh, wow.
I think I picked the Rams over Detroit just because of
They're
Matthew
being the
Stafford.
Lions.
Detroit.
Yeah.
I did pick. See, I picked Philadelphia over Tampa Bay. Seeing how that went, I think I was the only one Cleveland. I picked Cleveland over Houston. I did pick. The only one that's worked is Kansas City.
Well, that's because it was the fucking Dolphins.
Yeah.
I picked Buffalo. I did pick. No, I picked Pittsburgh. I think I picked Pittsburgh. So
Damn, JP.
Hey,
I think we all picked Dallas.
Hey, I'm picking Kansas City, so you know what that means. Kansas City's winning.
No, that's not how that works.
So that's what I'm going to go with. I will be on a flight, God help me, to San Diego. So I probably will see very little of the first game. In fact, probably will not see any of it. I don't even know what time my flight is. But I do want you all to enjoy the games. I'll be thinking about you. Please pray for me.
When is the games again?
So Baltimore and Kansas City and San Francisco and Detroit.
No.
Sunday at 3 and 6, something like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
Eastern time, I should say.
So if they're at 6 Eastern time,
they'd be 5 with Heather and my brain's for 3 actually on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Do you have it up? I thought you had it up. Yeah. So it's 2:00 and 5:30. I will be in the air.
Yeah, you won't.
I will get to see bits and pieces of the first game.
No, because you're leaving at 1.
Right. I'll see the end of it because I land either way, I think I'll get to see the end of this game, but I won't get to see any of this game. I don't think.
Okay.
So, it is what it is. So, everybody enjoy the games. I'll check them out and watch highlights when I get landed and into my hotel room. I hate flying, man. I really do. I'm scared of heights, number one, and the last flight that I was on. Actually, the last one
was smooth. It was the one before that. They had all the turbulence.
The one from Washington, D.C., we flew through 2 big thunderstorms, and I'm like, fuck this shit.
Oh, that sucks.
One was the resonance of the hurricane, and the other one was a thunderstorm that came from Kansas. So we were flying through that motherfucker. I'm like,
those can be brutal.
It was a straight flight. I didn't have to.
No delays or landings in the middle of nowhere.
Once, and I think it was Gina. I was on I was messaging Gina. I could show you. In fact, I even had the mess. Like, I was constantly talking to her, and I'm like, "Why are you not responding to me? Why are you not responding?" Because the Wi-Fi kept going out on the fucking flight because of the fucking bullshit. Fucking hated it.
It was funny because he showed me pictures of out the window. He's like, "That's Madison right there." When he got home.
But we were shaking the whole time we were fucking coming in.
No, but after he got home, he was showing me the pictures. Like, is there a bolt missing in the wing? Shut the fuck up.
So I sat there and watched that. So the whole time I'm sitting there looking at the bolt. You know, like, is the plane going to fall apart? And we're getting ready to land. And as soon as we hit, the fucking wing fluttered. And I'm like, fuck this shit. You need to fix this plane. So, but I don't pay for the flight. So.
Yeah, it's a nice job.
I get per diem for that. So.
They fight for you?
Yes. Well, I mean,
he has to book it.
I pay for it up front, but I get reimbursed for it.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
It doesn't come out of my account. It comes out of a
travel card.
Yeah. I get. That's how it was with my dad when he worked for federal government.
Well, see, that's what I work for. I work for the federal government.
Yeah.
Same process.
So.
Yep.
Anybody have anything that they would like to add or anything?
Fly, Ravens, fly.
We will not be here next week. We will do a recap. Rayshawn, when are you available? Or do you
give me a second. Let me look it up right now.
So not this coming week, but the week after.
All right. By the way, tomorrow's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Tomorrow's your birthday?
Yeah, cumpleaños.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you tomorrow night for GM.
No, I'm not going to be here.
You're killing me, man.
I'm sorry.
Don't forget to make your card at least.
Yeah, I'm going to... Oh, I was too sick to make that card.
You're good.
We know. We simulated it for you.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. We simulated a card for him.
You may not like what
it was
simulated.
Shittiest card I've ever
It was a really
seen.
bad. It was a really bad card, dude. It was.
You trying to? Ooh, why she screwed me over. So you talking about February 7th and February 8th week? I am closing. I do a 3 to 10 on Wednesday and a 4 to 12 on Thursday. Unless we do the show.
How about this?
Tuesday.
Are you gonna be available Sunday?
What Sunday?
The Super Bowl?
Sunday.
I am not scheduled.
We will be live for the Super Bowl on Sunday. That's
okay. Works for me.
I am not scheduled on Super Bowl Sunday.
So we will talk. We'll be live an hour early for the Super Bowl. We'll talk about the title games and such. Everybody good with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going live on Super Bowl. You said an hour early, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So the game starts at 5:30, so 4:30 our time.
Okay.
Yep.
Shit, with all that, with the desk out there, we could set everything up out there.
We could. And now you could watch how I watch a game, standing up.
We could stream from our living room.
We could. So with that said, everybody have a great night. You guys doing anything tonight?
No. It's
so
Thursday.
Don't forget to join everybody tomorrow night for No Bucks Given. For Horny Goat Mode. GM mode. HGGM mode. I don't know if there's anything special.
Not yet.
I know that No Bucks Given will not be a thing because
we're still planning on what to do for the 100th anniversary, so we may do just something random.
I know that the Royal Rumble is Saturday.
We are definitely doing that.
So you're going to watch the Royal Rumble on Sunday?
Saturday.
What's Saturday?
Okay, I'll be in bed by the time you guys start watching that shit.
Which is fine.
Yeah, because I have to get up too early. Oh, fuck me. So everybody have a good night. Stay safe, be well, and we'll talk to you next week. We'll talk to you in a Super Bowl Sunday. Everybody have a good night.